Well, the surprising statistics on emotional challenges facing our young people in college have some spiritual roots, and Lucas Lee knows that firsthand. Lucas, thank you for being here at 100 Huntley Street.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm shocked at how difficult university students are finding life, but sometimes it's because of pressures that we, an older generation, can put into your own lives. What was going on in your life when you were trying to make sense of university?
During university, I went through a couple problems. Family wasn't really on my side the entire time. My father wasn't 100% supportive of me. He was more trying to get me distracted from studies, I guess, so to speak. Another pressure was, of course, the marks. I was studying at a program where I had to get a 75. I think that was the cutoff point. Something below that would be considered a fail, but I guess I chose an honors program for a reason.
All right, and so it got so bad for you, the pressures that you were getting from family members. What did you have to do?
I basically kind of retreated away from my problems as best as I could. The first semester, my uncle passed away in a helicopter accident. Second semester, my dad comes out of nowhere in 10 years of not communicating and tells me that he needs to see me before he dies. Third semester, I went to go visit him, and he seemed all right. And the pain just continued on for a bit.
All right, and so you pull out of school, and somewhere in this journey, a friend invites you into a church relationship. And a pastor asks you a question on a Sunday morning. What question? Do you remember what question you were asked in church?
So my pastor asked me if I had a relationship with God. And for me, I thought, well, my mom kind of sent me to church here and there. I went to church here and there. Of course I have a relationship with God. Like, who doesn't? But it didn't sit right with me for some reason.
And what happened?
Later that day, the feeling that it didn't feel right, it just kept following me until I got home. And when I went to the front door, for some reason, something told me to run upstairs into my room. So I closed the front door, ran into my room, and I started crying. I started crying because that question was meant for me. I didn't know who God was. I told people I did. I told people that I loved Jesus, but I didn't know who Jesus was. He was absent from my life, and I was willingly pushing him away because he was an inconvenience for me at that point. But then I feel like I was offered grace and love. And I felt like there was a question, and that question was, do you want to continue living the way that you do, being bound and chained with all of your problems, with all of your struggles? Or do I want to receive Christ and let him take control of my life and just offer my life completely to him? And that was the easiest decision of my life.
And there in the privacy of your own bedroom, you said yes to Jesus.
I said, you're my king, 100% for you.
And what do you think happened? You took Jesus in as your king. What changed in you? What did you experience?
Other than tears going down my eyes, I experienced a sense of happiness, a sense of comfort, and a sense of love that I've never felt before. It's like someone putting a blanket around you and saying it's okay. That was the first time I truly can say that's when I had my first encounter with Christ.
You have stayed in the social life of church, but you've also gone on to be baptized as a young adult.
Yes.
Why?
Because it was just the most obvious step for me. If I can say Jesus is Lord in the comfort of my own room, and I love him from morning till day, till I wake up because of my alarm, till I put my head on my pillow, why can't I do it publicly? And it wasn't a question after some point. It was just more, I want to do this publicly. I want to proclaim his name.
And so your baptism happens. Are you doing okay with school and the mental health challenges, the social pressure challenges, all of these concerns that seemed to be tugging at your life, has any of that changed because of a relationship with Jesus Christ?
I guess to say I was a patient that was sick, and Jesus was the surgeon. All the mental problems for me, every negative feelings, my grades went up mentally, physically. I'm doing a lot better now. He truly did save.
All right. Lucas Lee, thank you
Thank
for giving us a real life example of Psalm 1, of planting yourself deep into the love of Christ. Thank you so much.
Thank you.